Gaming backlogs is a problem that every gamer has. They can get way too overwhelming at times, and usually people just look at them and not play anything. But we are here to actually talk about the games that I finished from my backlog. I got this idea from Proxidus, and I actually liked the videos that much, so I was like, why don't I do the same? I like talking about video games, I think this should be cool. But there's a bit of a difference in today's video because we're not going to talk about my last month, but actually the 3 starting months of this year and go from there. The first game we're going to talk about is NFS Heat. I've been meaning to play this one for a long time. I mean, I always loved how the game looked, and I'm a big racing fan, as you guys will see throughout the channel. I'm a big racing fan, and I usually play a racing game every month. But I've been meaning to play this one since 2019 when it first came out. I don't know why I never did, but now that I did, I don't regret it. But it wasn't the best as well. I mean, like, the police is way too aggressive, especially at night, right? Sometimes it's just impossible to complete the race, bro. It was crazy. But the racing in itself was good. I mean, the drift can get a little bit difficult at times. It has a steep learning curve, but, you know, once you get used to it, you can pretty much do it easily. And which I did. I did everything because I actually got the platinum on this game as well. Which is another thing that you guys will see a lot. Usually get the plats or the 100%. I don't know if I'm gonna like focus on it like a lot. Probably not. I'm probably gonna just talk about the experience in itself, not the plat experiences. For example, like if I have to do a grind for a plat, I won't count that to evaluate the games, if you know what I mean. Usually gonna separate the grind from the game in itself, okay? Yeah, just wanted to say that out loud, I guess. But talking about the game itself, the story was the weakest point of the game, without a doubt. I'm not gonna spoil anything, obviously. Yeah, I didn't really love it. At the end, I was just ignoring it. I had some videos blasting in my ears and music and stuff. But the driving was cool. The game looks really good. The cars, they were great. They looked good. A lot of different cars as well. So yeah, I think that's enough. I mean, it's just a racing game, I guess. I think it would be cool to have a tier list for each franchise that I finish, so I'm gonna put Need for Speed here. Like I said, I don't think it's anything special, but it's not that bad. Next game that I played though was Lego Horizon Adventures. I like Lego, okay? Building Lego in real life, playing Lego games, I like them. This one is a bit different though. It wasn't made by TT Games, so it wasn't actually the usual Lego formula, if I can say that. It's more of an adventure focused game and not puzzly, if I can say that. I mean, I don't know if that's a word, but maybe. And I enjoyed it. It has a high focus on combat, and I really like the combat. It feels like the game, but it's simplified at the same time. You still have a lot of different weapons, different abilities like fire, ice, storm, or lightning, I should say. Not storm, bro. What am I talking about? I'm sorry. But yeah, I like the game. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the story again, obviously. But the story was fun, cool, Lego-like, if I can say so myself. Has that Lego humor, which I liked as well. Sure, the game is small and it can feel a little bit repetitive by the end of it because you're gonna explore what looks like the same areas, and that I can't deny. It is true. But like I said, I actually had fun. I also got the plot on this. I guess I'm gonna say it every time I do. I guess why not? And yeah, for the plot, it was a little bit grindy. I had to level up all the characters, which had me replay the same level over and over again. But again, I'm not gonna discount it on the game in itself, on the overall rating of the game. I'm just gonna say how it was to beat the game, okay? From start to finish of the story, that's it. Or side stories or things like that, but I'm not gonna like count level 10 grinds or something like that for my evaluation of the game, okay? I'm gonna be as impartial as I can. And yeah, I actually liked this Lego game. No, it's not as good as the others. I'm not saying that. I think it's an inferior Lego formula, and I do like the others way more, and we're gonna see in other Lego games. Obviously, we're gonna see them a lot because I do intend to beat them all. And yeah, but this one was fine, bro. People hated on it too much, I guess, because they were waiting for another type of game. So I can see why. I can definitely see why. Again, let's put it on the tier list. I'm gonna place it here. Like I said, it's an okay game. I think it's a good 5 out of 10. Next game I finished was Golf with Your Friends, and let me say, this was fun at the beginning, but it got old really quick. Especially because at the beginning I actually played with a friend, which made the game more fun, right? I mean, it's it's in the name. And yeah, with the friends, this game can be a lot of fun. Especially the more, the merrier, as they usually say. And yeah, the maps are cool actually. I mean, it got boring because it was just golf, and then at the end I was just aiming to finish it and playing it alone. Nobody wanted to play it anymore, so I guess it's not on the game's fault. It's more of an approach I did. But there's nothing too much to say about this one. It's just golf. There's a lot of maps, a lot of gimmicks as well, which I didn't expect. You can fly, you can twirl, and the maps are actually pretty cool. There's a lot of shortcuts as well. Yeah, I also did the plat on this one. For the plat, you actually had to do the par in every single map. It was fun. Besides some maps, there were absolutely garbage. But yeah, there's nothing too much to say. I guess I enjoyed it, maybe. Half of the time, yes. Half of the time, no. Now, it's gonna get interesting. I was working on a video where I would play every single Incredibles game, and this is where I started it. I started it by the PS2 game. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward to go back and to actually finish this time, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. The start is so good. You get so many different levels, so many different characters to play, and it looks like they poured a lot of love into it. But the more you play, the more the game falls off and gets more repetitive, especially in the levels design, which is the part that disappoints me most. Once you get to the main villain outpost kind of thing, you enter it and all the levels become basically the same and ugly, honestly. The combat was good in that game, besides the inverted controls, which I personally don't like to play it. I can never get used to it. Once I'm playing a game that has inverted controls, I'll always get thrown off. The whole campaign, it was small. It was 5 hours to finish it, but it could have been faster if it wasn't for that. It made it really difficult to parkour and stuff. But yeah, you can play it with a lot of characters in the game. You can play basically with the whole family. And the most fun character for me was Miss Spars. You know, the Mrs. Incredible. She has the stretching ability, as you guys know, so it makes combat so fun. You can actually like hit the flying guys so much easier than if you're playing with the other characters, so that was really fun to play. But besides that, the game fell off. I mean, I also have the dash levels. I almost forgot. Those are fun, but there's just 2 dash levels. You know, the ones you're running until until you reach the end of the phase. It was cool, but most of the time you're actually playing with Mr. Incredible, and you know his whole gimmick is to be strong, so there's nothing too crazy about it. You're just beating up bad guys over and over again, and that gets repetitive fast. Like I said, I was playing every single Incredibles game, so right after I played the Game Boy Advanced version, and that one actually surprised me, bro. It's, as you can see, a 2D platformer, kind of beat 'em up game, and it was actually fun, even playing as Mr. Incredible. You can also play as different characters, and the level designs are actually pretty smart, and I really enjoyed it. It surprised me. I never played this one. I wanted to play it for the longest time, and it didn't disappoint at all. I actually had a lot of fun. But there's nothing too much to say. The game took me 2 hours to beat. It was really small, really short experience. But I would recommend it everyone to try it out. Okay, now we're gonna talk about a game I wish I played a long time ago, and that's Nier Automata. What a game this is, guys. What a game. Especially, I don't even know what to say. I was gonna say especially the gameplay, but then the story is even better. The world is beautiful, bro. You feel like you're in this dead world filled with machines, and you can see how it happens. You can feel why humanity ceased to exist. You can feel it just by being in the world, and that is insane to do. The gameplay is also very good. I didn't expect it to be this good. I always thought the point of this game was the story, because that's all people talk about, but actually feels very good to play. Obviously, you need to do a few playthroughs to actually get the true ending and experience the true story, which obviously I did. I also got the platinum trophy, but that apart, I'm actually just talking about the experience here, because if you haven't already, you need to pick up this game and play it. Just do it, bro. Oh, but it doesn't seem for me. Oh, it's not for me. I see gameplay, I'm not interested. Try it at least, please. I'm asking you, bro. Please try it once. Okay, give it a good try as well. Don't like try 5 minutes, 20. Like try 1-2 hours and see if you like it. If you don't, totally understandable. I mean, not everybody has the same taste, but me personally, I wish I played this way back. But it's what I also say. If I never experienced the game the first time, I always have the opportunity to do so. Yeah, so I'm not sad about having this backlog or don't have the fear of missing out, but obviously I want to play them. I want to play the games that people seem to love, and I usually do. Sometimes I don't. I go by my personal preferences. Or another factor, if I saw something, it piqued my interest, if I saw it on the store, if it came to Plus, if it was free on Steam or something. Can change, a lot of can change, but actually talking about the game, I'm not talking a lot because I don't want to mention the story at all, bro. I need you guys to experience it, and that's why I'm most silent about it, so all I can say, I said it. I don't want to talk about anything and spoil anything for you guys, because going into this game blind makes a ton of difference. Yeah, all I can say is that the game has some cool boss fights as well. Very creative game, very different in very different parts of the game as well. So it's not all the same gameplay, if you catch my drift, as as they say. I don't really like that expression, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I lost my words on this game. I truly do, man. I truly do. I guess I need to get around to play the other Nier games, because supposedly they're as good. I heard the first game wasn't too good, but the Replicant is good, and I'm curious to play that one. I don't know when. I usually give it a lot of time to play the same franchise, because especially if there's just so little games, not because I'm afraid it ends, but I want to experience it after a long time so it feels fresh again, and I can actually enjoy it fully. I can actually enjoy the experience fully. So yeah, that's what I usually do. It doesn't mean it's near any franchise. God of War, which is one of my favorite gaming franchises, I also play like one a year, so it feels fresh, feels new, and I know I will enjoy it like that. That's why I don't know if Incredibles are ever gonna see the light of day, because I don't intend to do any other after that one. Yes, I did play all the Incredibles, but I don't know if I'm gonna like do another franchise back to back, because I don't feel like it. Moving on, bro. What a game, what an experience. Everybody should play it at least once in their lives, bro. At least once. Yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting about Nier. Our next game is a little to the left. Of course, this is a very simple puzzle game where you guys need to just tidy up things. And as I usually say, I'm a big lover of puzzle games and puzzles in general. So it doesn't need to be a puzzle-driven game, but if it has puzzle elements, I'll probably gonna like it. But usually when I play a puzzle-focused game, I usually enjoy the very first hours a lot, and then it kind of falls off on me. I don't know if it's because I play it a lot or if the puzzles are just getting a little bit samey, which is my opinion a little to the left. They were very cool to tidy up, like a workshop or a kitchen, whatever it was. It was really cool, but then the puzzles kind of got samey. But I think it's more because what lives in my head is the daily challenges, because they were needed for the 100% and the platinum. But like I said, I'm not gonna like compare the two, but what I have in idea is usually it gets around the same thing of tidying up a drawer or connecting dots to make the stars. But I think that's more of the daily thing, and I'm getting confused. I remember I really liked this game. Don't forget, it's been a while since I played these, okay? Been a while, and that's why I want to start doing them monthly so I can remember the experience better. So don't get surprised if I don't remember the details, okay? But it's just a simple puzzle game. I really liked it. Let's move on. Now we're gonna talk about two more Incredible games. Like I said, I was playing them all, and this one is called The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. And for a long time, this was actually the sequel from the movie, because as you guys know, it took years to release Incredibles 2, and people just played Incredibles Rise of the Underminer in the PS3 and called it a sequel. It actually kinda is, and it was very fun. The game can be played as co-op. I played it alone. I think if I played it co-op, it would have been even cooler, but it was a very short game. It was like 2 hours, so it didn't have time to feel repetitive, but it still did a bit, because you are just fighting monsters over and over again. But the boss fight was cool, the last boss fight, which I'm not gonna show it because I don't want to spoil it. And that's the PS2 version. And then I actually played the Nintendo DS version as well, which is very different. Again, it's a 2D, I wouldn't say platformer. It's more of a 2D beat 'em up. You're gonna beat enemies over and over again. And even though this game was like an hour to beat, it actually felt repetitive. The phases were especially compared to the Incredible one on the Game Boy Advance, the normal. Yeah, this one had nothing on it, bro. You played as 2 characters, and yeah, we played as Frozone, which is actually one of my favorite characters. He can freeze stuff, and it was the character I used most. And he's actually very OP and fun to play, but then the stages just feel all the same. They changed the background a bit and called it a day, so I didn't expect it to be that good, and it wasn't. And since we're talking about this version, I also played the Game Boy Advance version, which is basically the same thing, so I'm just gonna leave it there. It has a few level design changes, and they actually looks better, but the level design is a little bit worse, so I would actually say play the Nintendo DS version. No need to play them both. The last game we're gonna talk today is Box's Lost Fragments, and this is actually a spiritual sequence to The Doors, which was made by the same creators, and it's a game that I really enjoyed when I played it, and I always had this one on my radar, but I never did play it, but I finally did. And let me say, it was good. The puzzles were good, it was creative, it did feel like a spiritual sequel, like I said, but it was not as good, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's unfair to compare games. Is it really? I mean, if I play that one and they call it the spiritual successor, I'm obviously gonna compare it, which doesn't mean I didn't have fun with this one. I really did. It just didn't have the same character, if I say so myself. It was a super short game as well, 3 hours, so I really enjoyed my time with it and never got repetitive. I always wanted to play more and more, and when it ended, I actually wanted to play more because I really like these type of puzzles where they vary so much from one another, and sometimes you gotta scratch your head to solve it. I really love it, man. I really do. I don't know why it took me so long to actually get around it. I actually do know. It's just because, like I said, I like to give it a time between genres and franchises and stuff like that. I actually like to space out my games, play different genres, as you can see. I mean, you saw a racing game here, you saw a Lego adventure game here, you saw a sports game here, you saw an RPG, puzzle games, you know, 3D platformers, 2D platformers, beat 'em ups. I like to play like this. I rarely play the same genre of games back to back, and that's why I didn't play this one before. But it was finally to get around to it. Bro, I talk too much outside the games. So you guys know I don't have a script. I'm just saying what I know, what I remember from my memory, just talking conversation to conversation, me and the microphone, me and the screen, me and you, which are on that side. Thank you for listening if you've got this far. But yeah, this is the video. I mean, I can rank puzzle games. I think it would be cool to have a rank of puzzle games. Every puzzle game I play, I'm gonna rank them so you can see it there. So that's my opinion right now. I think Boxes has a little bit more creative, but I really did like A Little to the Left, and I don't think I can put one above the other. They're very different types of puzzle games, honestly, which fair enough. I love them, man. I really do. Thank you for listening to me. You guys can wait on a part 2 of this video from the rest of the games I played this year, or a portion of it, and I'm also gonna try to make it monthly after I catch up with this year. So yeah, it should be a fun journey. I love talking about video games. I'm always doing it with my friends, and I said, why not? Why don't I just turn on the microphone, record it, have a conversation for YouTube, since I like it that much? And yeah, that's it, guys. See ya.